Welcome back to the Thread the Laces Family Podcast, hosted by your favorite people, Alex, Donnie, and of course myself, Nate. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good.
Doing good.
Let's just jump right into it with AFC. We're going to be talking about all of the AFC and the AFC playoff bracket and our Super Bowl prediction this week. So, you want to start it off? We started off with me first week, Alex second week. Started off with you this week.
So what division we want to go with?
Say we start off with the West.
The West? Okay. Ooh, jumping into it then. Jumping into the firepower.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I got it crazy. I got Chiefs, Raiders, and Chargers all 11-6.
Okay.
And then the Broncos at 10-7. And then
So wait, okay, my bad. Okay.
what?
Continue. So you basically have all of them in the playoffs then.
I basically.
But we'll wait till we get there.
We'll get there.
We'll wait till we get there.
Yeah.
That's why I said wait. We'll wait till we get
I
there.
basically have all of them in the playoffs. But I have, I have actually coming out on top of that, out of 11-6, winning that division. I have the Raiders winning that division.
Okay.
I got the Raiders winning that.
So, let's go. Before we talk about it, let's say your AFC West.
Okay, so for the AFC West, I think the Chiefs won't have that bad of a down year. I think they'll be 12-5. But I think that the Chargers and the Raiders are both going to be 10-7. But the Broncos will be 8-9 because I don't think they have it together yet.
Okay. So you see the Chiefs still winning that division?
Yes, I do.
And then you have the Raiders coming out on top.
Yeah, I got the Raiders on top.
Because of the division wins? You think they'll have more division wins?
Yeah. And, when it comes to divisions, I think they're going to split with the Chiefs and Chargers. Just like Chiefs. I think all three of them are going to split. So it's going to come down to the next slot. And I don't know, man. I just see the Raiders pulling it out right there at the end. Taking that division. Nobody's expecting it. There's a lot of analysts out there that got Raiders not even making the playoffs.
Well, I'll say mine. Yeah,
That's just, to me, that's just crazy, but whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm gonna say mine real quick. I got the Chargers winning the division at 13-4, and then I got the Raiders and Kansas City both at 10-7, and then the Broncos at 8-9 and missing the playoffs.
Yep.
I think that I don't know. I don't think the Broncos are ready yet. I don't know. I think they're all new. I don't know, man. I'm just not that confident in the Broncos. I'm not as confident in the Broncos.
Losing Tim Patrick
in that
didn't
division.
help either.
No, it didn't. Losing Tim Patrick didn't help, and just that division's so tough. I don't see them beating these teams that have been together for a minute, man. Like the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders. I know the Chiefs are going through a new.
The Raiders didn't do nothing but improve.
That's all that they did.
And they made the playoffs. So.
And they did make the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. I don't see them going less than 10-7. And their over/under is 8.5.
Yeah, if you want to bet on that, you want. I'm saying over.
I'm saying over as well.
I'm saying over for sure. What's the other ones on that over/unders?
The Broncos is 10. I'm saying under.
Under on that, yeah. I got them at 10-7, but if I was going to make the bet, I would say under.
Because you're more confident in them getting 10 or less instead of 10 or more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
All right, so you'd bump it up to 10.5. I'm under. And then that's what the Chiefs is, 10.5.
I got them at 11. That's hard, man.
I got them at 11.
That's right where. I mean, they're.
I got them at 10.
Don't bet on that one.
I just think.
Yeah, just don't put it on a ticket.
The Chargers is 10. I think that's up. But that's just me. I think the Chargers are the most improved team over the off season.
But they've had good rosters and they still figured out how to choke it.
Yeah, they do.
It's so different, man. I believe in Herbert. I do.
I do too. All right. So you want to switch it up to which division now? If you want.
You want to switch it up right now?
We can keep going if you want.
Yeah, I think we should. I mean, that's kind of.
I mean, everybody's got their division winners, so.
Yeah,
we did the over and unders. We can do that too. We can add all them and what our opinions on that. So, you can go on with the next division, Nate. Your choice.
Let's go AFC South.
South, huh?
Yeah.
The weakest division.
Yeah, let's go with that. I got the Colts coming out on top at 11-6. I think that's pretty self-explanatory for me. I think that division's really weak.
Dude.
And then I got the Titans at 7-10 and second, and then I got the Jags at 4-13. I could see them winning 5 or 6. I could see them winning like 6 games. I kind of like the roster a lot. And then I would say last I got the Texans at 3-14. I think the Texans are going to be one of the 3 worst teams in the league. I got, as I said last week, it was the Texans and the Seahawks and the Giants.
Yeah,
all that 3 wins.
Yeah. Texans are probably going to be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alex. What you got?
I got I got the Colts at 10-7 because I think they're no matter what they're definitely going to be the top team of that division. But I have the Titans relatively close to you at 8-9. But with the Jags, I can see where you come from in the 4-13, but I think they're going to do 6-11. I think they're going to improve, but like it's going to be hard for them because they're going to have them tough games that they're going to have to play. And for the Texans, I agree. I think they're going to be 3-14, and be one of the worst teams as well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess nobody's going to disagree on the Texans
No, I
being the
think
worst
that's
team. One of the worst teams, that's for sure.
I just think it's going to take a lot.
I only got Colts at 9 wins, but winning the division. 9-8, man. I only got them 9 wins.
Ouch.
And I mean, I just don't. I really looked through it and I studied it, and I just don't see them getting more 9 wins. If they at most 10-7, but I got them at 9-8, and I got Titans right behind them at 8-9, 8 wins, 9 losses, and not making the playoffs. Because you see the analysts out there got Titans winning the division and something. To me, like, I just don't understand that. I don't understand.
I just don't think you can replace A.J. Brown with Treylon Burks.
I mean, you just got to see what he can do.
Right.
You know, he might surprise people. You know.
I think that I don't know, with how strong the AFC is and Ryan Tannehill, there's no way they can surprise people. I don't know, man. The Derrick Henry is by himself is going to get you wins. Like,
right.
He's going to get them 6 wins by himself, probably.
What's their over-under?
Their over-under is 9.
Yeah, see.
They were the number 1 division in the AFC last year. You got to remember that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, their defense didn't get worse.
But I did have the Jags at, get back to that anyway. The Jags at 6-11, same as Alex. I can see them getting 6 wins this year. A little bit of an improvement, and they're starting to try to build on their team. So
yeah, I could see them get 6 wins.
Yeah, so I got them at 6-11, and I got Texans actually slipping in a 4th win.
Okay.
So I got them in a 4th win. But 4-13, you know, because they're just not going to be good. And, you know, their team's so confident on Davis Mills, and I don't get it. I don't understand it. When you can go get a quarterback like Garoppolo, at least try to.
I mean, Davis Mills is young, and he didn't do that bad last season.
He didn't do that
what
bad,
he had.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
And he didn't even get to play the whole season.
It's just going to be their defense that's going to determine the games for them, I think.
I don't see them doing too much there because.
The over-under's 4.5. The Texans.
I'm taking under.
What is the over-unders on them?
Jags 6.5, Colts 10, Titans 9.
Jags 6.5. I got them at 6 wins.
I'm not betting on that Colts one at all.
Well, I mean,
I couldn't put none of them on my tickets.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think about it.
Because I got the same wins as like all they got.
The Titans, last season, you know, they're number 1 in the AFC, and they have Coach of the Year. Like, a lot of good to the Titans.
Yeah, there's still a lot of good to the Titans. Just
and
all
they lost was A.J. Brown.
I'm saying just because they lost
just to write him off right now, it's hard for me to do that, to be honest. With Derrick Henry at running back, and their defense didn't get any worse.
No.
Mm-mm.
With Derrick Henry at running back, it's hard for me to write him off, but, man, like that AFC West division, man.
I just think it's only going to be a toss-up between 2 teams in that division. I don't see the...
I think the Colts are going to be the clear one.
The South is going to be only one coming out.
Yeah, there's only going to be one coming out of that AFC South. Like in the AFC West, I could clearly, I could see the Broncos making it. To be honest, I could. they have Russell Wilson at quarterback. They got Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy still. Their defense is really good.
Javonte Williams really showed out
Albert
last
O.
year.
They have Albert O.
So,
Yeah, Javonte Williams is a beast.
Yeah.
I really like
With Melvin Gordon as backup. He's a great number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember, he was a great number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Melvin Gordon, he was with the Chargers.
Yeah, I seen this tweet. It said most touchdowns since 2016, and Melvin Gordon was like number 4.
Yeah, I mean, he was killing it when he was healthy with the Chargers.
Yeah, he was. He really was. I
used to love him with the Chargers.
Yeah, I used to play with him in Madden all the time.
Yeah. Oh, he was almost unstoppable.
Oh, yeah. What about the Colts of Michael Pittman finally getting a legit
A
QB?
good quarterback?
A really good QB.
Yeah.
Dude. Matt Ryan.
I have to say this right now, and I hope Tommy watches. He said that Carson Wentz is better than Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan?
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Matt Ryan's. I mean, no discredit to Carson
Matty
Wentz.
Ice, man. I think he could go for 4,000 yards.
Yeah.
I think he could.
I can see 35 with 32 touchdowns.
Dude, I think he could.
I can see 4,000. I can see where you're coming from with the 4,000.
I think he could get it.
Name the number 2 receiver.
Who, the
Colts.
Michael Pittman and then...
No, Michael Pittman's number 1.
Yeah.
Alec Pierce.
I said name their number 2.
Alec Pierce, yeah. Zach Pascal, like, who's there?
I mean, Paris Campbell, he can have a good year. It just depends if he stays healthy. It's all depending. So
They have Jonathan Taylor, man.
Right.
And their offensive line's like the best offensive line in the
defense
league.
is beast, too.
They just got
Linebackers are monsters.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying. Their defense is good. I mean, they're going to win that division.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think so as well.
So, I started out with the West. You started out with the South.
Where
It's
you
on
wanna
you.
go?
Wherever you want to go.
North or east?
I think we saved the North for last, and I think we go with East. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
of course I have to have the Bills on top because I think the Bills are a powerhouse.
I think
team.
everybody
AFC,
in America
yeah.
does too.
Yeah.
I think the Bills they're gonna go 14-3 or 13-4, but 14-3 is what I'm going with. I think their roster they retained all of them, if not added more guys like Kyer Lamb, and their corners they're really good, and they get Tre'Davious White back. But
Von Miller.
Yeah, Von Miller.
Von Miller. I know he's a little older, but I can't believe they signed him to a 6-year deal.
Nah, I'm not. That's an overpay.
They did that because all his money's going to come at the end of his contract, and they're going to trade him off to a team, and they're going to take that big contract and probably get a bunch of draft picks.
So
That's probably what's going to happen.
But yeah,
in
go
about
ahead.
3 years.
for my number 2, I have the Dolphins at 9-8, and then missing the playoffs. Though I don't think the Dolphins will make the playoffs, but I think Tua will prove that he's a good quarterback. Like, he can be an elite quarterback. But for this season, I just have him staying on average quarterback.
He's got the weapons.
Yes, he does. They are the
than
fastest team for sure.
More than enough.
And then for third place, I have the Patriots. And I have the Patriots going 7-10 because I think Mac Jones is going to – I just don't think he's going to put up the numbers like he did last year. I think he's going to have a little decline. But
I mean, he was a rookie last year.
yeah, that's what I'm
he's
saying.
like the most hated rookie quarterback ever.
I respect him. Like, I think he's good.
I think he did good.
Like,
Look at his numbers. He did good. He did good.
And then I have the
did great.
Jets at 6-11, and Zach Wilson. I don't think he's gonna improve that much, but
then why do you have him 6-11 if you don't think he's going to improve that much?
I think their defense is good. I think their defense can
Okay.
carry them to a lot of games. I mean, they have a really stellar defense with.
Well, I think they got a lot of weapons on offense
Yeah,
as well.
I like Garrett Wilson, but I just think Zach Wilson's gonna pressure so many throws and force so many throws that it's gonna end up costing games, and that's who I have at my bottom at 5-11 at 5-12.
Yeah, with their
Well,
tight
5 and
ends, they
12.
got Conklin and Uzama.
Yeah,
And I like both of them.
They got them two, and then they got at running back Michael Carter, Brees Hall, and then receivers Elijah Moore, and then you got
Garrett Wilson,
Garrett Wilson.
Corey Davis, Denzel Mims.
No,
if he
Corey
doesn't get
Davis.
traded.
He's not. Is he not on the Jets?
He's still
anymore,
there.
Is he? Oh, I
No,
didn't
Jamison
think he
Crowder was the one that left.
Oh, okay. I thought. Oh yeah, Jamison Crowder's on the Bills now.
Yeah.
It's a good little pickup for fantasy football. He could be there. He could really. He could win that slot. It could be Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, and the Jamison Crowder. I can see that.
I
in
think
that
tell you
slot
who their
spot.
3 is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's either him or Isaiah McKenzie.
That's what I'm saying. It's good.
Right.
It's those 4 guys. I think Jamison Crowder could beat out Isaiah McKenzie, but Isaiah McKenzie just been there and in that system for a while. But
Yeah.
Jamison Crowder's always been a number 2 or number 3 on every team he jumps to,
Right.
and I don't know. But my AFC East is actually pretty much the exact same. I have the Bills 14-3, the Dolphins 9-8, Pats 7-10, Jets 6-11. But the Bills over under is 11.5. I think that's way
that's
over.
an over.
I think
I was
that's
saying there's certain ones on here that on the over unders that you really could go and make the bet on. I think they're easy bets. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but an injury could always happen. You never.
yeah, I know, but then that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate.
But
that happens for sure.
Your best bet, if in your mind, like, I mean, most people got Bills at 13 wins or more.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's an easy bet to go over.
Yeah. I think it is too. I think it is for sure. I think the Dolphins, if Tua doesn't take them to the playoffs, then I don't know, man. I don't know. I think with the roster that he has, they should be a playoff team. Their defense is really good. They have the fastest team in
It's
the
just
league.
there's
all
so
these
many good
weapons.
teams, dude. In the
Yeah,
AFC.
there is. And
It's hard to get in the playoffs with this many good teams.
And the
Yeah.
AFC East plays the AFC West.
I have them in my hunt.
So, like, the Bills, I could see losing more than 3 games as well, to be honest. Like, it could happen. They play AFC West. They play... It's not like they got an easy schedule. They don't.
I just think Josh Allen's going to be on that revenge tour, man.
Oh, yeah, I think so as well. Oh, yeah, for sure. I think so, 1,000%.
All right, mine is, let's see here. We got Bills. I got them at 14-3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got Dolphins and Patriots both at 8-9. But the second place will be Dolphins. Third will be Patriots. And I got Jets at 6-11. And I just don't see the Jets. I like the Jets, but
I like their young guys a lot. Sauce hasn't even been targeted in preseason.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the potential's there, and they're building. It's just, man, this AFC is just so tough.
Yeah, they are building. They are.
I think in a couple years they'll have it.
But Dolphins, they should be ready by next year.
Yeah,
If you don't see them, I see a little bit more improvement, obviously.
I mean, they went 9-8 last year. If they don't improve with what they got, that's...
I just think the AFC just got a little tougher.
Yeah, it did.
So,
it definitely did.
But yeah, that's obviously the Bills overrun that division for years and years to come. I mean, I don't see them slouching or losing that division for years to come.
I like Mac Jones though. I do.
What do you have on the over/under for the Dolphins? I'm really curious.
It's
about
9.
that one.
9.
She's 9.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. To me, that's way
no
over.
Off that.
That's a no-brainer.
Pats is 8.5. Jets 5.5. Bills 11.5.
Oh,
I think Jets is
that
honestly.
Jets one's gonna be hard.
I think Jets you could. I think.
I got them with 6 wins.
I think they could go over.
I think they could do over, yeah.
It all
I
really
got Pats
depends
at
on how
8.
Zach Wilson does. To be honest with you, if they can keep him healthy.
He hurt his knee in that preseason game. I don't even understand that.
He'll be back
Yeah, I
week
know.
2 more than likely, maybe.
Sad,
It's like with the Steelers. Like, why would you play T.J. Watt and Deontay Johnson in a game that don't even matter in the preseason?
Yeah, I mean, he barely hurt himself. It'll be fun. I ain't worried about him not starting week 1. That would have been nice if he been out the first week against us. Against the Bengals.
Yep.
No TJ Watt. That would have been good.
Where I think we win that game pretty easily, by at least 2 touchdowns.
Week 1.
Yeah.
I think we win that by at least 2 touchdowns. To be honest.
And I think we should go on to our predictions for the AFC North then.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
talking about the Steelers.
You want me to start it off?
Yes, sir. Do your thing, man.
I got the Bengals winning at 13-4, and then I got the Ravens in the second place at 12-5. But I think it's honestly a toss-up between the Ravens and the Bengals this season.
Yeah.
The Ravens are really good, man. They're really, really good, and And third, I have the Steelers. I did have them at 6-11, but I don't know. Just looking back at it and re-looking at everything.
Mike Tomlin's never had a losing
season. And that defense is like possibly the best defense in the league. So
Easily.
I don't know about easily, but possibly.
I think they're easily top 3.
8 and 9 is what they're gonna go.
Yeah.
And then the Browns. I mean, they don't have Watson until week 12. They're probably gonna win. I got 6-11, maybe even 5-12. But yeah, I'll go 8 and 9 for the Steelers in third. It's just hard to say they're gonna lose 11 games. Like that's never happened. Like it hasn't happened in so long. And then again, Mike Tomlin's also never not had Ben Roethlisberger. This is his first year without Ben. But I think with that defense and they got the receiving core is great, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Deontay Johnson, Tavon Austin Jr., George Pickens, Chase Claypool. It's pretty. And their tight end Pat. I can't.
Freiermuth.
Yeah. And Najee Harris. And that offensive line, like I don't know, and Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin can do it out of anybody. I think he could.
That's why I got him at 8 and 9. But I think he'll get his first ever losing season, but it won't be too bad. I think.
Yeah.
I think it'll be 8 and 9, and I think Trubisky will be taking that starting role, or not Trubisky. Pickett will be taking that starting role from Trubisky by week 3, week 4.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be very long. I
Week
think
3,
once
bro.
Trubisky loses like 2, he's up out of there, or messes up real bad. He's up out of there. But yeah. You want to say your predictions?
My predictions is again. Once he said it's a toss-up between the Bengals and Ravens, but I have the Bengals at 12-5 and the Ravens at 11-6. I think the Bengals on that last game they beat the Ravens for the division. I think it's just going to be a toss-up between them. But I have the Steelers at 7-10 because I think Mike Tomlin knows how to win, but they're just going to struggle a few games and that's going to hurt them. But the Browns, I have them at 6-11. I think without Deshaun, it's going to hurt them. But once Deshaun comes back, he's going to win a little bit of the 5 games he has left.
I think he's going to win a few.
Yeah, I think he'll win probably above.
He might be rusty.
He might, because he's not allowed to participate with the team in that. But I have them at 6-11. It's going to be hard for Jacoby Brissett to take that role. But he's done good before. He's done well.
Yeah, I'm not. He's all right.
Yeah.
It's just that AFC.
It's tough.
That AFC is very tough. Very, very tough.
All right.
On to you.
I got the Bengals and Ravens both at 12-5. I just feel like when I really look at their schedules, I don't see neither one of them losing more than 5 games. They're both very good.
All around teams.
Teams, yeah.
Like even
to me, I'm still putting the Bengals at top to win the NFC or the AFC North. I mean, the NFC, the AFC North. But yeah, I got them both at 12-5. I got Steelers same as you, 8 and 9. I'm gonna see Tomlin's gonna pull out 8 wins. He ain't gonna bust it 6-11.
Yeah, he's a great coach, man.
Yeah, he ain't gonna bust at that. But the Browns, no Deshaun Watson. 6-11.
Yep.
I mean, they're gonna be the worst in the division. But yeah, I got the Bengals and Ravens both 12-5 though. I just when I really study both their schedules, I just want to see neither one of them losing more than 5 games.
Dude, and it pains me to say I could see the Steelers even squeaking in the playoffs. Possibly. If
I just don't see it this year. I don't know, man. I think with the West.
I just don't think it's...
The West being, because Chargers did nothing but improve too, so...
Denver improved.
Yeah, I mean, Denver improved. I mean,
that's that whole division did. I mean...
I just don't see... There's not going to be 3 people from the North making it in the
I don't think so either.
No.
I don't have them in the playoffs, but, I just think it is a possibility for sure. I think it's not, counted out. It's not completely... if they made the playoffs, I wouldn't be, super surprised, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So how do you think
What
the
about
Ravens?
their over-unders?
Oh yeah.
I want to hear them.
The Bengals is 10.
I think you go over on that one.
I think
Yeah.
we won 10 games last season, and we got an improved offensive line.
That's really what it was last
And we
year.
didn't play the last week.
Right.
Yeah, that's another one.
Which I think we would have won if we would have. We almost did without him.
Yeah, exactly. And then the Ravens is 9.5.
You got to go up.
I
on
think
that
you
one.
go over on that.
You gotta go
People
over
are really
that.
scared for some reason for
I don't
Lamar.
understand why. Like,
Just because Marquise Brown left, they still have Mark Andrews, and when you have a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, and in my opinion, quarterback that we've never seen before, I don't think I get we've had
not since Mike Vick.
I think he's better than Mike Vick.
I don't know. That's pretty.
That's gonna be a tough one to debate.
Yeah,
I think
if
when it
there
goes
was
down,
if
Lamar
there was
Jackson will
comments
be
on
over
here,
Mike
we'd have
Vick.
a lot of comments.
Comment then.
Yeah.
Comment
Yeah, I'd
it.
say
Let's talk
comment,
about it.
man.
I think Lamar Jackson is over Mike Vick, man. He's already he just continues to improve on his passing. His rushing is different. He runs different, man.
He can make a.
He runs
Yeah,
different.
yeah, it don't matter. To me, what puts Mike Vick over the top of Lamar Jackson, because Mike Vick, he had no problem throwing the ball down the field.
No, he didn't.
None at all from the beginning till when he left. And Lamar, the first couple of years, dude, throwing down the field, it was not good. It was not good. Anything over 20 yards, it was not good. He's great. I think he has very much improved on it. And he's getting better at it, and he's a great quarterback. But
And I think
I
he's
cannot
gonna
put
last.
him. I can't put him above Michael Vick right now.
I think he's
Not
going to
right
be
now.
the first mobile quarterback.
He hasn't won a playoff game yet. Like, I don't know what to say. I just can't put him above him yet. But he's getting there. Still young.
Yeah, he is. He's so
still
young.
He's so young.
He's
man.
so young. He's
There's
like
gonna be-
20,
there's gonna be
21.
there's gonna be many years.
He's like
with
20
Lamar
or
Jackson.
21. That's it. He's going to be here for another 10 years.
And
Probably.
I'm not saying he's not going to overpass him in his career. I'm saying right now I can't put him above Michael Vick.
I think I could.
I think he will eventually,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think he'll have a better career when it comes down to the end.
Yeah.
I just think
But-
Mike Vick's career got cut short, and Lamar's just going to have a way better career. I think he's going to last another 10 years. I mean, the only thing you're looking at is risk of injury.
I used to
and the
love
way
Vick
that
in
dude
Atlanta.
moves.
Vick in Atlanta. Was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. Oh, I loved Michael Vick. And him on the Eagles, too, with Deshaun Jackson. I love Deshaun
Yeah, I
Jackson.
know too. But man, him with Atlanta, he was killing it in Atlanta.
He was.
And he got that big old contract. And
Yeah.
then now he's fighting dogs. What an idiot.
What's the over under on the
I
Browns?
love you, Mike Vick.
You made a mistake.
Browns is 9.5. I think
I
that's
go lower.
I think it's definitely lower. I think maybe with the
It might change though, since
It might have changed.
yeah. If you go back and
Because
look, it
Deshaun
might be
Watson.
lower than 9.5 now, since it's for
might.
sure Deshaun Watson's out.
Yeah, and what was the other one? The Steelers is 7. I think that's all.
I don't think I could bid on that one.
Yeah.
I don't think I could put
It's
that
right.
on.
It's right where it needs to be.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
Because I was debating 7 to 8 wins.
Yeah.
I finally decided on the 8
This is going to be
because
weird.
it's Tomlin, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Mike Tomlin, dude,
And
and
it's
there's
Mike Tomlin.
Najee Harris,
Yeah.
who I think, I don't know. I think he's great. I think he's great.
All right.
I think he's great, dude. I think he's great. But you want to get on to the to our playoff predictions, AFC playoff predictions. All right. You want to start us off?
Yeah, I can.
All right.
I already got it. You know who I got first, second. Oh, we'll see here. I got Bills, Bengals, Raiders, Colts. It's the top 4, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Ravens at 5, Chiefs at 6, Chargers at 7.
In the hunt. Who's your in the hunt?
My in the hunts are Dolphins, Patriots, Broncos.
Okay.
And then I got the Bengals at number 2, Chargers at 7. They're going to have to play right over up. And that's going to be a great matchup.
Okay.
And then I got the Bengals coming over top of them. Then you got the Raiders, and to me, it's going to be Raiders and Chiefs first round. And I got the Chiefs beating them out. Then you got 4 and 5 playing, which is going to be the Colts and Ravens. I got the Ravens beating them out.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the second round, it's going to be the Bills and Chiefs versus Bengals and Ravens. So, I mean, to me, like, I just feel like the Bengals got their number. So I'm putting the Bengals in the AFC Championship game again. And I think the Bills are going to overcome the Chiefs this time to go into the AFC Championship. So my prediction for the championship game is going to be the Bills and Bengals.
It pains him to say this,
And
man.
now it comes down to the Super Bowl, which to me, I got the Bills beating the Bengals.
Mm-hmm. I
got the Bills beating the Bengals going to the Super Bowl.
That's painful.
Unfortunately, I mean, I hate saying it, but it's just the way it is. I got the Bills. It's just the way it is, man. But I got the Bills beating the Bengals and playing the Rams in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And the champion coming out of that is going to be dun, 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 the Buffalo Bills with their first Super Bowl win.
Josh Allen's first Super Bowl win and the whole organization.
The whole organization.
They lost 4 in a row, man.
Yeah, they did. And I just see them coming out above the Rams slightly at 27-26 by 1 point.
Ooh. He gave a score prediction.
Score prediction, 27-26, Bills win. That close to the Super Bowl. It's going to be one of the best Super Bowls you ever see. After it's over, don't say that. And the Bills win it all.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Alex's turn.
Alex.
Okay. I got Bills 1, Bengals 2, Chiefs 3, Colts 4, Ravens 5, Chargers 6, and the Raiders 7. And in my hunt, I think this is going to be the Broncos. And if the Steelers do good, I can see the Steelers. That's really who I have in my hunt. But playing each other, I have the Bengals and Raiders opening again in the wild card. And the Chiefs and Chargers and the Colts and Ravens. I have the Bengals coming out on top, the Chargers coming out on top, and then I have the Colts coming out on top. So it'll be the Bills versus the Chargers and the Bengals versus the Colts. And I think the Bills will beat the Chargers and the Bengals will beat the Colts. And it'd be the Bengals and Bills.
Same AFC Championship, different ways, baby.
But I think the Bengals can win the AFC Championship. I think they can.
Think they can or they will?
I think they will. I just think that they're just gonna have more motivation from last year's loss and see that they really want that championship.
Upgraded offensive line.
Yeah, like it's nothing like we're nothing like last year.
They're hungry.
Yeah. And then I have
hungry.
And they played together for a whole year.
right.
They did. They played
And this offseason together.
It's not crazy to say we're going back. It's not.
No,
but it is really hard to go back to back.
Oh,
It is very.
It don't happen.
It really don't.
It really don't.
Like Dan Marino. They didn't go back. Like, that's unfortunate. Like, when you think about Dan Marino, you don't think he went to one Super Bowl. Like, if you're talking
It's
about
tough.
pure QB talent, that's one of the best ever there.
So your Super Bowl is?
Bengals and Bucks. I think Tom Brady's returning, like I said last week. I think Tom Brady is a really good quarterback. But I have to take the Bengals on this one as well. I think
the Bengals are going to get their first Super Bowl win.
I think the Bengals will get their first Super Bowl wins against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. I think Joe Burrow's he's not going to have like a Tom Brady career, but he's going to be close. Like he's going to chase Super Bowls and be good for a minute. Like a long time.
So you think he's passing the torch this season?
Yes, I think he can pass the torch this season. It's going to be a close one, but I think it's going to be 34-31. Bengals on top.
So you don't think that torch is passed to Patrick Mahomes then?
No, it can be. I mean, it's going to be tough to see this season.
Patrick makes it to the AFC Championship every year.
Right.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's there every year. I count.
Not this year.
What about you, sir?
All right, here we go. I got at 1, Bills. They get the bye, of course. Then I got Bengals 2, Chargers 3, Colts 4. Then I got the Ravens, Chiefs, and then the Raiders at 7. So that would put the Bengals and the Raiders playing each other, and I got the Bengals coming out on top.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be also a repeat of the AFC wildcard last season. And then I got the Chargers and Chiefs, and I think that the Chargers come out on top pretty easily in that one. Sadly, Patrick Mahomes. And then I got the Colts and Ravens, and I think the Ravens squeak that one out, and Lamar gets his first playoff win.
Yep, I think so too on that.
And then
finally get his first win.
I think he gets his first playoff win against the Colts. I think the Colts can come back next year. Trying to make a better luck next year. But that leaves me with the Bills versus Ravens and then Bengals versus Chargers. And I got the Bills beating the Ravens probably by at least one score. I'm going to say probably like 30-23 or something like that. 30-24, I would say. And then I would say Bengals versus Chargers. And it does pain me to say this, but I got the Chargers coming out on top, and I think it will be Bills and Chargers AFC Championship. I do think that the Chargers barely squeak it out by either like a field goal win or overtime.
I got a bracket at home that has the Bills and Chargers in the AFC Championship.
Yeah, I believe
that's going to be one of my.
I believe that will be the AFC Championship this season. Bills and Chargers. Book it. But yeah, I think the Chargers are going to barely squeak out on the Bengals. I think we're going to sadly go out in the divisional next season and be ready for vengeance in year 3.
No.
But yeah, Bills versus Chargers and Josh Allen. That's all I got to say. Bills beat the Chargers, man. I think that they're going to barely win that as well. I think it's going to be a very high scoring game. Like actually very high. I think it's going to be like 40-36, 40-38. Like I think it's going to be high. I think it's going to be high scoring game. I think it's going to be like a Chiefs and Bills from last season. I think it's going to be a lot of points in that game.
Yeah.
A shootout for the Super Bowl. A straight shootout. I don't think there's going to be barely any mistakes from Herbert. Probably none. 0 from Josh Allen. And it's going to all come down who makes that one mistake. And I think, I don't know, I think the Chargers are going to be that team to make that one mistake and barely lose. And that would leave me Bucks versus Bills, same Super Bowl as him.
You got same Super Bowl as who?
Him. He has the Bucks and the Bills. Or no, he has the
Bucks
and the
Bengals.
Bengals. Okay,
Yeah.
my fault. Bengals winning. Okay.
Yeah, he's got Bucks and Bengals.
Okay, my fault. So mine's Bucks and Bills, and yours is Bills and Rams. Okay, so we all got different Super Bowls.
Rams are going back to.
I could see that. I have them in my championship, but losing to Tom Brady on his last farewell season. But I think Tom Brady's farewell season will be lost to the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. And I don't think it's going to be as high scoring of a game. I think it's going to be like 28-24, 31-27, somewhere around that.
Dude, as long as we don't get that repeat of the Patriots and Rams Super Bowl, 17-3.
Oh yeah, that would. I don't think that's going to happen at all, especially with those teams. But yeah, I got the Bills winning my Super Bowl. So 2 Bills and Bengals. So all 3 of us believe an AFC team is winning this year. I think it's time for an AFC team as well.
But honestly, you could be the Bills, the Bengals, or the Chargers to me.
I think it could be the Bills. The Bengals.
I know the Chargers, like he was saying here lately, like they somehow find a way to choke. I don't get it.
I don't know why you're calling a timeout against the Raiders when you both could have tied and went in.
Yeah, and somehow they just
what?
They forgot how to choke it out then, and not make it.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Chargers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's gonna be different this year. Their defense lost them so many games last season, and with that upgraded defense, man,
that is pretty scary to see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got them making it, but
they had
I definitely think
Khalil Mack. They had a Khalil Mack with Derwin
Jackson.
James, J.C. Jackson.
Asante Samuel Jr. is still good.
If you go by stats, technically by stats, J.C. Jackson was the number 1 corner last year. If you go look at all the grades and everything, he was ranked number 1 last season.
He was.
And
there's a reason he made it top 20 players this year.
Yeah, he was number 1 last season, and they put Ramsey over him in top 20. I mean, which was kind of surprising to me because
I just think it's popularity.
Usually the NFL goes by how they did last season, and obviously Ramsey career, better than J.C. Jackson. But if they go by each season, J.C. Jackson had a better season.
Yeah,
but he also wasn't facing the top receiver of every single team probably, but I think he was.
I think this season's just definitely going to be interesting and just it's going to be crazy because anything could really happen this season.
I see in the AFC, I could see, dude, I could even see. I think every team in the playoffs I could see making
Super Bowl. I could too.
In my hunts, I got.
To me, I don't think the Colts are going to make no Super Bowls.
I don't think the Colts are either, but
I think they can go to at least a championship.
Nah.
I don't think the Colts are either, but I could see them winning their first round. Like I could see them winning a round, to be honest. But the teams that I could see in the AFC, I could see the Bengals. I could see the Raiders. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could.
I
could. They got Chandler Jones. Added
Max
Devontae.
Crosby.
Yeah, and they still have Max Crosby. Duh.
Their D-line's scary.
Yeah. Oh my God, their front seven in general is disgusting. And then I could see the Ravens as well. And then I don't know about this year though. I don't know. I could see definitely the Chargers. I'm never gonna count Patrick Mahomes out completely. And yeah, I got the Bills, the Bengals, the Chargers, Chiefs. All 4 of them, and even possibly the Ravens, I could see all of them going to the Super Bowl this season. But I just think Josh Allen's got his revenge tour, and the Bills are so good. That defense is terrifying.
Right.
I just think that's so crazy, because I want to be biased, but you really can't. You see the Bills on paper, and you just know that. They're going to have that shot. They're going to take that shot, too.
They stay healthy. They're going to be dangerous.
Yeah, I'm not being biased at all.
Yeah, this is all predictions on healthy teams,
right?
Like our prediction completely.
You know, there's injuries every year.
I can see
this should be all. I can't wait to see the end. How close out we were. I guarantee, numbers,
we're all wrong.
We're all gonna be off. But I mean, what? Show me one analyst that's perfect on everything.
No, they're
it's
not.
Impossible.
Sadly, Josh Allen could just blow his knee out week 4.
That's the thing to think about.
Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, anybody. It could happen to anyone.
Injuries suck,
just
man.
Happen. You've seen it. You've seen it happen, and it'll probably happen to one of these top teams.
I said to Tommy about our fantasy. The healthiest team is going to win. Is going to win it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably what's going to come down to in the AFC. Like, you could see one of the Raiders, Chiefs, or Chargers players get injured, and then the Broncos slip in the playoffs.
No, I was saying Tommy about our fantasy.
Oh, about the league?
I said our league. I said the healthiest team out of our league is going to win that championship.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I think it's just tough.
So did we all agree on the NFC it's going to be between the Bucs and the Rams then? Is that what your NFC championship was? Bucs and Rams? Oh, no, yours was Rams and Eagles.
Rams and Eagles. And you said you could see the Eagles actually.
The Eagles are my sleeper.
Yeah.
I could see the Eagles going there. The Eagles are tough, bro. The Eagles are so tough. They have so many upgrades.
Yeah, they've added so much stuff. So.
And they also added, what's his name from the Saints, too?
Today?
Gardner Johnson.
C.J. Gardner Johnson?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, but what about them trading Jalen Rieger?
Did they?
That ain't going to affect
I didn't even see 4?
They sent him to the Minnesota Vikings for
today.
For a 4th round or a 7th round and a conditional 4th round next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now Rieger's down over there in Minnesota.
They're trying to...
What about the Bengals picking up O.J. Howard?
Yeah, they said according...
And that leaves Dawson Knox as the Bills' only tight end now.
They said tomorrow that's when the signing
I'm
is
sure they're happy with
to
that.
happen. Yeah.
They said what?
They said that tomorrow, since Zach Taylor went on the press conference today and said there will be no more transactions for the day, but Ian Rappaport, after that, he said he's seen that, but they said they're interested in him, and the signing will most likely happen tomorrow. But it's just...
What about the Bengals waiving Brandon Allen?
I know that's weird. I think they're going to resign
All we
him.
think we're sitting on is Joe Burrow.
Man, we're giving up that number 8 for OJ
No,
Howard.
we have
We got what is his name in the practice squad?
Jake Browning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on the practice squad, which
I think he's better than Allen.
I think we need better backup.
Yeah.
We need to trade for like Gardner Minshew or something.
Cam Newton. Where you at, Cam
Bring
Newton?
Gardner in here for our backup.
Where you at, Cam Newton? Where you at, Cam Newton? But
Cam would be a good backup. Just sit back there.
he would. He would be.
I like the Browns picking up Kellen Mond today. I think that was a good little pickup.
They're probably gonna switch around QB if Jacoby Brissett doesn't do well.
Yeah.
He'll do good enough.
I'm just still
I don't see
upset.
him doing that.
If you see what are the Browns gonna do if it comes into week 13 and Jacoby Brissett has the Browns at 7 wins?
That's going to be crazy.
They're gonna put Deshaun Watson in.
And if Deshaun starts losing.
Yeah. They just spent too much money on him.
They did, dude. They're gonna put him in, even if he's rusty for the rest of the season. They want him to play them games.
Yeah, so he can get ready for next season.
Yeah.
I think the Browns are
Gotta
going to
get
be an
back into it.
absolute. I think the Browns are going to be probably, honestly, one of my Super Bowl favorites for next season.
The
If
Browns?
Deshaun Watson comes back to form.
He
With
has been
their run
rusty.
game, dude.
Nick Chubb is so good.
With their run
dude.
game and their defense, I could definitely see that. But that's next season. You never know. Nick
Right.
Chubb could blow his knee out this year.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all about injuries,
That's
man.
my running back.
It's all about injuries. I know. I scared you
I
on
got
that one.
cooked, man.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about fantasy next week along with our preseason
MVPs, offensive player of the
our
year.
preseason predictions. Yeah, offensive player of the year, offensive rookie of the year, coach of the year, MVP, all that good stuff.
Yep.
Fantasy football and
Hey, man, that fantasy draft was something else.
It'll be the last one before
Yeah.
the season starts.
Yeah.
After that, it'll be talking of the
Yeah.
season.
and that'll be the last one before the season starts. And then it'll
Oh,
be
next week we got to
one.
predict who we think's going to win the weeks, right?
Yeah, that's going to be our third thing we do.
Okay.
Predict our week 1 predictions. So week 1 predictions and then preseason predictions for awards and fantasy football. So
It's really hard to say, man.
next
You
week's
know,
going to be a fun week.
very
Very
Yeah,
fun
I
well,
think
week.
it's going to be
so
a
stay
heated
tuned.
week.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, I will. Because what I'm saying, we're on the same fantasy league, so that's gonna be it's pretty interesting, pretty fun. I'm excited.
Who
The
got-
draft was pretty
I'm
fun.
going to go look at who got
And
Cam
if I win this year, that'd be 3 wins in the last 4 years we played. So
Well,
don't let
hold
that
on.
happen.
This
Don't let that
is my
happen.
first ever year playing. Don't let them fool you. And so
Mine
it's his
too. Mine too.
These wins came from these old guys that he likes to hustle. So I'm just playing. They all gonna hate me for that if they're listening. A few of them probably are. Maybe I don't know. That'll test if they really listen. Where
Yeah, and then like when I go back on the history, and then it goes back to 14, and on 14 I put mine as second year losers because I came in like 11th place. But the year before that I was first year champion. So I won in 13. It's not even on there. So 13, 17, 19.
So you won 3 really.
Yeah, my first year in it, Rob wasn't running the league. It was somebody else.
Yeah.
And I won that year, the championship. And then 17, 19. I
Not
already got
this
3
year.
wins in that league in the last 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So
excited.
you guys
I'm
gotta
excited
watch out
for it.
the sleeper.
I'm excited for it.
I'm
for
the
sure.
sleeper, so I sneak right in and win championships with,
You heard
with the
that.
average teams. Go look at them.
All right. Well,
All right.
Fantasy master.
yeah. I hope y'all enjoy.
I'm gonna
I
change
guess-
my name to Fantasy Master, especially when I win this year.
Magician.
Yeah, 4 times in 8 years.
All right. Before my dad keeps rambling on for 30 minutes about fantasy football, we'll save it for next week.
Yeah.
And I hope you all enjoyed. Yeah, stay tuned for next week. And
It's
as
gonna be
always,
hot.
yeah, it is gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a very good week.
We're right in.
So be ready. Give us a like, a subscribe, a follow on all socials. At Thread the Laces. At Thread the
And
Laces.
subscribe.
Yeah,
Most
subscribe too.
importantly.
It's free, man. Just
Yeah.
hit the rep.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
easy,
free,
actually.
man. Yeah, it is. And then you just hit the like button. You know.
Show some brothers some
And
love,
then,
man.
and then the only work you'll have to do is maybe hit the share to your friends. But yeah, stay tuned and Ready for next week.
Yes, sir.
And as always,
Who day?
who day?
Who dey?